an historic building in downtown Fresno being restored to its former glory. Today, construction crews went into work on what they're calling the oldest building in the city, the Expositor Building. Dates back to the late 1800s. It's located on Fulton between Mariposa and Tulare. That's where we find KC24's Angelica Leilani. Angelica, this is a grand building, but what are we going to do with this?
You know, that's still being decided, but the construction crews have went home for today, but they already did quite a bit of work. If you take a look behind me, you can see that they took the first 2 layers off that's covering up the original brick, and I'm told that behind it all, we'll see 4 original windows, and everyone we spoke with say they just want to help bring the history of it back to life. This may seem like just a regular old vacant building, but what lies behind these wall panels is history.
We discovered that the original arch windows, which were like 12 feet tall, were still there, just bricked in. John Roop, a local history buff, says this all started about 7 years ago when he was building a model of downtown Fresno's Fulton Street. I researched the Sanborn fire insurance maps, and once I got to this location, I discovered that it was built in 1881. Take a look at this photo. We're told this is what it looked like back in 1881. Then in 1888, a second floor was added. Roop says not only is it the oldest building in downtown Fresno, but says it was the first working newspaper called the Expositor. We went underneath the basement and actually found newspapers dating back to 1896. Roop reached out to the current owner who lives in the Bay Area. Together they agreed to try and restore it to its former glory, even getting it listed under the local historic register. Roop calling it a big win. The building was covered over in the 50s, so a lot of people lost fact that there was an older building under there. District 3 Fresno City Council member Miguel Arias agrees.
We're hoping it's going to be the beginning of really securing and cherishing our history in the city of Fresno.
After all these years, that 50s facade now coming off, the inside gutted, only for more historical gems to be found, like the original hardwood floors, brick, and wallpaper.
We're really excited to love on this building, and we don't get an opportunity to do really cool historical stuff like that very often.